midhiambo ma kawuono ka gino mwang'iyo en mana wechego mag alwora. Mokwongo adwaro ni achiel kachiel wachako wane yamo kachacha inyalo yudowa e mbui marwa kidhi e Facebook kacha Radio Maria mano page wa kanyo Radio Maria Kenya Kisumu inyalo yudowa kanyo bende YouTube marwa ibro yudowa kanyo Radio Maria Kisumu ka bende achiel kachiel adwaro ni mondo gichako gi nying gi kanyo ero ka odipo wantiere kod kanyo ibro chako nwa tung kanyo ni e midhiambo ma kawuono tieto nang'o iwachna nyingi ama utaelewa kidogo tu adipo tutaendelea tu hivyo usimind utaanza kujiintroduce then all of you and then mana kamano jawinjo na adwaro ni mondo mi giwacho nying gi achiel kachiel giwacho nying gi achiel kachiel kanyo jawinjo na ka bang'e to gibro ketonwa ni to gintiere gang'o. I'll begin with you Odipo. You will start by introducing yourself and then we go to the next. I've mentioned your name because you've been here before that is why, but you are free to introduce yourself. Yes.
Okay. Yes. My name is Fidel Castro Odipo from Victoria Comprehensive School. I'm a young climate activist, environmentalist, and conservationist who is ready with my team to come up with a young activist who can develop a healthy and a sustainable future. Yeah.
Thank you. Welcome.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Gift Britney Luseka. I am an environmentalist and a climate change activist. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello Kisumu, hello Kenya. My name is Shania Hassan. I'm 14 years old. I am a climate change activist and environmentalist, and I am from Golden Heights.
Thank you. So, Odipo.
Yes.
One by one, we'll be going directly to what you have for us this evening. Yeah. Yes.
Okay, today mainly we are going to talk about environmental conservation and sustainability. Last time we did our introduction to climate change and concerns of climate crisis. So today we are going to go deep into climate change and practices that may lead to curbing this crisis. And we will talk mainly on environmental conservation and sustainability. Yeah.
Thank you. Brittany, what do you have for us this evening?
Just like Odipo has said, we are going to talk about environmental conservation, sustainability and relevance of environmental, social and governance.
Thank you. Shania Hassan.
I would like to talk about sustainability, and I would like to talk about relevance of ESG, which is in full environmental, social and governance.
Thank you. So we begin from the other end.
Yeah.
Yes, welcome.
So environmental sustainability and conservation practices are just like two things that are related but distinct, with the aims of making protection and practices relevant to the society and making this earth habitable for future generations. So these practices mainly aim at safeguarding the planet Earth and coming up with practices that are environmentally friendly in order to keep the Earth's temperature at its best and at its friendly temperature that are able to sustain biodiversity around the environment, and also that are able to make future generations depend on the natural environment. Yeah.
Nice. Gift Brittany. Yeah.
Well, mine is sustainability and relevance of ESG in full environmental, social, and governance, whereby we'll be talking of the 3 pillars of sustainability, which are environmental sustainability, economic sustainability, and social sustainability.
Great. Shania?
Mine is in relevance of ECG to environment protection, which is in full environmental, social, and governance. I would like to talk about energy efficiency, pollution control, sustainable resource use, natural environment compliances.
Okay. Now, now I want to give you an opportunity to talk broadly on these things that you are talking about, on these issues that you have for us. If given opportunity now to talk about it or give typical examples to those who are listening to us. Anyone? Yeah.
So about environmental conservation. Environmental conservation is just a set of practices that aim at preserving the natural habitats. This is just by managing and using natural resources efficiently. This is by conserving water, reducing soil erosion and soil pollution, and also environmental problems such as pollution to the air and global environment. So environmental conservation, mainly it's just about the practices that aims at preserving the natural habitat. Yeah.
Nice. Then Shania, again, given time to expand more. Hassan, yeah?
I would like to talk about energy efficiency. It means reducing energy consumption and increasing the use of renewable. Examples of these renewables are wind power, and I would like to emphasize the meaning of wind power, where it is whereby energy is generated through wind turning turbines, which is transformed into desire or other forms of energy. I would like to talk about geothermal.
It's called geothermal, huh? It's geothermal. Yes.
Geothermal. This is the steam from underground used to generate energy by turning turbines in order to generate energy. I would like to talk about benefits of renewables. It enhances human health and quality life by improving access to natural resources, reducing poverty by providing opportunities for income generations, like President Ruto providing job opportunities, and it also encourages new technologies, practices, and products that are efficient, effective, and environmental friendly. Thank you.
Thank you. Then I had this question directly. I know this is sustainability. Jawinjona or somebody. Sorry.
Sustainability. This is the ability to meet current needs without compromising of future generation to meet theirs.
Yes.
It also focuses on the balance between economic growth, environmental health, and social well-being. Thank you.
Then it's relevant. Somebody also. Yes.
Well, as I said earlier, I'll be talking about ESG. ESG in full is environmental, social, and governance. This is a framework that considers non-financial factors impacting a company's long-term success. Just like Shania said, sustainability is the ability to meet current needs without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their needs. It focuses on economic growth, environmental health, and social well-being. Well, ESG has 3 pillars. These are environmental sustainability. It's responsible for management of resources and minimizing environmental impact. Another pillar is economic sustainability, which is efficient. This is the efficient use of resources to maintain long-term economic growth without depleting natural resources. The third pillar is social sustainability, ensuring that communities are healthy, equitable, and resilient. Thank you.
Thank you. I think that is well explained. And anybody who has got something to add on top of what the other said? Yeah.
I would like to talk about environmental compliances. This is the adhering to laws that protects ecosystems. Sustainable resources use. It is the encouraging sustainable resourcing and management of natural resources. I would like to say pollution control, minimizing air, water, and land pollution. I would like to give an example on air. We have some motor vehicles, while if a person is driving a car, the smoke comes out from the vehicle, and it pollutes the air. And I would like to give an example on water. We have some sewage and wastewater treatment. And lastly, I have land pollution. Use of chemicals, garbage dams, and mining activities. Thank you.
Nice.
Okay, just elaborate on what Gift Brittany said about ESG. ESG plays a crucial role on preventing global crisis and preventing concerns raised concerning social, environmental, and also governing people with the policies and practices that help keep the world at its best and make it sustainable. So ESG, as Gift Brittany said, is a framework that considers non-financial factors impacting a company's long-term success. So ESG mainly considers companies that may invest in a particular area, and one of these areas might be environmental criteria, whereby it considers how a company performs as steward of the natural environment, focusing on its energy use, waste pollution, natural resource conservation, treatment of animals, and environmental risks. So ESG plays a crucial role in selecting these companies that will take a single step forward according to environmental conservation they will take a big step of considering those companies that will practice environmentally friendly practices, such as using renewable energy and also depending on renewable sources of energy instead of reliance on burning of fossil fuels that are independence of energy generation. So mainly there are many inventions made by companies, and mainly is by use of hybrid cars. You realize that back years, like 10 years back, they used cars that will depend on petroleum or diesel, if I emphasize on, which would actually cause emission to carbon dioxide, and that will be emitted into the atmosphere, and thus causing global warming when these carbon traps a lot of heat from the sun. So nowadays the companies that are considered by ESG have come with inventions, and they have come with hybrid cars that mainly depend on fossil fuels, but the smoke produced by the fossil fuels are converted to renewable sources of energy. So the combustion engine, when produces smoke, it is being converted into electric energy that is now used to power the car and make it going. So we are now going renewable. So we are trying to limit the impacts that may be on us in 4 years' time. So I'll say the ESG in Kenya, please keep it up, because they're helping to reduce screening and exclusion criteria, whereby they are engaged in environmentally harm. They are engaged in selecting companies that are not engaging in environmentally harmful activities like deforestation. Yeah, they also help select companies that reduce emissions and CO2 footprints analysis, whereby they measure and manage the greenhouse gas emissions that are emitted into the atmosphere. So ESG plays just a role of reducing environmental impacts, and they help reduce the causes of climate change. They help minimize these impacts on the environment and also people as large. So I regard ESG to keep it up and make Kenya a better place for a better future. Thank you.
Thank you, brilliant. Can I give them maybe anybody who feels that can ask for one thing or two, anyone who would appreciate? Oh yeah. Can do.
So I'll just emphasize on sustainability. So our main topic today was about environmental conservation and sustainability, whereby we said environmental conservation is the practice of preserving the natural habitats by coming up with practices that reduce emissions in the environment, so that we can make the habitats that are consisting of biodiversity more sustainable. So I would like to talk on the benefits of environmental conservation as at large. One, it enhances the quality of natural resources. So if you conserve water and you conserve energy, actually you will make it sustainable, you will make it renewable and not exhausted, therefore supporting the biodiversity living around it. So yeah. Another benefit is about maintaining aesthetic values of nature and reducing impacts of the natural disasters. Nowadays we have floods, and yesterday but one, there was a disaster in Baringo Sotuk school, whereby there were floods, and these floods were impacting the ongoing school programs and also ongoing programs in that area. So if I look on environmental disasters, such as natural disasters, such as floods, that maybe last time made a delay in school reopenings, it is an effect of climate change that needs to be curbed by mainly our practices, because the floods is a natural disaster whereby the emissions are increased, the greenhouse gases are exposed into the atmosphere, and after that they trap a lot of heat, and if you boil water, it will form steam. So the trapped heat will actually increase the rate of evaporation in water bodies, and therefore it will lead to a downfall, because clouds, if they evaporate, they form a cloud, and the cloud is condensed. So when condensation occurs and the heat is too much, so it falls at once, thus causing floods. So the floods that took place in Sotuk, Baringo, I regard it as an effect of climate change, and therefore we need to curb these effects by reducing these causes that cause climate change. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Something to add on what my friend here said, the importance of sustainability enhances human health and quality of life by improving access to natural resources, reducing poverty by providing opportunities for income generations, like yesterday, where President Ruto provided job opportunities concerning clearing waste from the rivers, encouraging new technologies and products that are efficient, effective, and environmentally friendly, facilitating dialogues for environmental conservation, strengthening democracy by promoting transparency and rule of law and human rights, and another one, peace. Thank you.
Thank you. Jawinjo naneno kanyo ka oromo dakika en sa 11 wang'e, en sa 11 e wang'e ma midhiambo. Jawinjo na mano wantiere kanyo kod iluongo ni Shania Hassan Golden Elite School, wantiere kanyo kod Gift Britney mar Aria Comprehensive School kod Fidel Odipo mar Victoria Comprehensive School. Gine ma wuoyo kod kata wuoyo kod gi midhiambo kawuono ka wapuonjore mana weche mag koro lwasi gi eri, kiluwogi maber. Iwinjo ka gin nyithindo ma iluongo gi dhombogo kanyo ni, anyalo wacho gi dhok achiel nang'o. Koro ine miwinji kaka gin. Thank you. Still engaging my listeners briefly. Was still engaging them briefly so that at least they get to understand what is happening. Okay. Just want to give them time at least, anybody, so that we get from them. Jawinjo na gie thuolo ni inyalo ywana tol kanyo ke winjo nyithiwa gie midhiambo ma kawuono e wach ni to ing'iswa ni to wechego biwinjo gimoro ma giwacho kanto pok adhinie matut. Ine madwa ni wachna e yor ote machuok. Bende aneno ka ote ntiere yor mbui kaendi, I can see from our Facebook page, Gift Britney, there's this I don't know, somebody called Reba Missy. Reba Missy is saying here from Radio Maria Facebook page, good job. That's my niece, Gift in the middle. Proud auntie. She's your aunt?
Yes.
Okay. Great. Elizabeth Oweti, erokamana inya yudo ote ni kanyo. Eriko Koyo, asante sana. Mago maneno wa mbui kachacha live. Kendo ntiere nga luongore kanyo Lago wuod Kisumo Kogony. Erokamana inya neno gi kende jipod thoth abro miyo gi kanyo, kwa wadhi nyime. Inyalo ywana tol kata iorona ote machuok. Yonatol Musainya kata iorona ote machuok. Bende nyalo wena oteni kata mana Facebook page wa kanyo. Adwa ni mondo miago kodgi mpaka matin mana bang' thuolo machuok ka bende gi modho pi moro kanyo. Let's listen and wait briefly.
Iwinjo chenro mar Kwe e Midhiambo.
Radio Maria Kisumu, Duond Jakristo, AOD.
We will say something briefly as we wait. I can see some messages as well, but then let me go through briefly as you engage. Okay.
Okay. About this factor, I want to add on environmental conservation at large. I would like to say that just take a single step in environmental conservation. You can take a single step by planting more trees that act as carbon sinks, thus reducing climate change and impacts such as floods and other natural disasters. I would like also to emphasize on plastic waste management. So nowadays we find that waste management is a great factor, but they can't be managed by people using it. After using plastic waste or any other waste, like let me say using a carrier bag. After using a carrier bag, you can actually make a beautiful dress from it. Therefore, you'll be seen as a conservationist. And also, you can also use it over and over again. Or instead of buying 2 small carrier bags, you can buy 1 big one so that it can cater for what you want to buy. And other waste management practices is by reducing waste management. This is by coming up with the practices that reduce the waste management and the emissions of waste into the environment. I would also like to add on recycling. Recycling done by one of our team member, that is Shalia Kenye, which is an ambassador, Miss Kisumu Greening, is taking a great step by recycling plastic and making beautiful stuffs like making a plastic tree, therefore advocating for climate change through making some plastic trees, and therefore it advocates for these changes in the environment. So she does a great step, and I regard her to be a climate activist because she's coming up with ways of solving these environmental crises and concerns that may be arising. And concern from people from Kisumu and maybe other counties in Kenya, they complain of diapers. Diapers is now a concern whereby it is not degradable. It is degradable, meaning that it doesn't decompose easily. Therefore, it becomes a soil pollutant to the environment, and therefore advocating for climate change in the soil structure, and therefore it is not environmental friendly. So I would like to tell the ESG, environmental, social and governance criteria, to focus on the environmental criteria by coming up with inventions and coming up with ways of reducing this pollution, and coming up with environmentally friendly products that may not be harmful to the environment but sustainable for future generations. Yes.
Thank you. Maybe we give a parting shot as we gears towards the end. Yeah. I can see some messages as well. Let me go through them so that we give a parting shot after. Yeah, so let me. Good presentation. Good presentation from the pupils. Congrats. I just have some question that if they can highlight benefits use of solar energy as mitigation measures for environment protection and conservation. Jonalois Odundo Otenini. I don't know. Let me go through this the question once again as you listen. He's asking if you can highlight benefits of use of solar energy as a mitigation measure for environment protection and conservation. Anyway, yes.
So,
Deepa.
mitigation measure is just a measure that involves stopping it for sustainable development. So, solar energy as a mitigation measure is taking a big step by using the light energy from the sun to generate energy instead of reliance for fossil fuels such as petroleum and coal, and also natural gas that may cause carbon emissions to the environment and thus causing global warming. So solar energy and use of solar panels is a mitigation, is a measure that has been taken to mitigate the impacts of climate change that can be caused by fossil fuels. So the solar energy helps to use the light energy from the sun. Remember that energy production is at the cause and at the effect of climate change. It means being a cause of climate change, it means use of fossil fuels cause emissions to the atmosphere and thus causing climate change. And being at the effect of climate change, and the solution to the climate change is by coming up with renewable sources of energy, which is just solar energy and other renewable sources of energy such as geothermal energy, such as Shania had said, wind power energy, the hydroelectric energy, which depends on moving water to generate energy for production. So I regard solar energy as a mitigation measure, and other renewable sources of energy such as wind, geothermal and hydroelectric sources of energy to be a good factor to curb climate change, because using solar energy and those other sources of renewable energy, they don't emit carbon into the air or other greenhouse gases into the air such as nitrogen. Therefore they are environmental friendly. We can get energy and we can source for energy from the sun, water and also heat from underground through these renewable sources, but they can't cause impacts to the environment. It means they are environmentally friendly. So I regard these sources of energy and mainly the solar energy to be a good mitigation measure, because it is friendly to the environment since it causes no carbon emissions. Thank you.
Thank you, Fidel Odipo. Journalist Odundo, I believe you've listened. Yeah.
Something to add on what Modipo has said. Thank you first for the question.
Okay.
Solar energy acts as a mitigation measure because the solar panels absorb the light energy from the sun and transforms into electricity. This is cheap. Instead of you paying for electricity bills, you can only rely on the sun, which will provide electricity that you can use in the house. Thank you.
Thank you, Gift Brittany. I still have more questions, but thank you. Thank you, Polycarp Ogolo. Cheni is listening from Holy Cross, Saramba. Thank you, brother. Wow, Maselas, nyithindo rieka yie gi duokono. Perfectly well articulated. Genoni agone gi erokamano for that answer. Is just Journalist Odundo, thank you. Hello Radio Maria, I'm happy with the young activists. They should keep up the spirit to champion for climate change. I'm Edwin Wasonga from Kirembe. Thank you, Edwin Wasonga from Kirembe. Okay, thank you. Those are the only questions I have. I can see it is 12 minutes past 5. Something that you would want to tell our listeners this evening so that as we end. Briefly, just some little advice to those who are listening to us concerning whatever.
I would like to tell Kenyans, you should protect our climate and our planet or Earth. We should protect it and make it safe for future generation, and we should make it clean, safe, and better, so to avoid such diseases like waterborne or skin-borne diseases. Thank you.
Yeah, great. Great, thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
A little advice to people listening to us. I'll just say I'm not a Luo, but for the sake. Jok moko nyalo paro ni wa nyithindo go wuoyo kisungu mang'eny, koro an ok anyal winjo gik ma giwacho. To gik mawacho kae ok gik matek. Wanyalo wawuoye climate change and how to stop it. To mitigating climate change ok gima tek. En mana wapare gik mwanyalo use to stop climate change. So don't think that it's a must you have the knowledge so that you can help in this journey. It's simply engaging in activities like tree planting, plastic management, so that we can like Earth can go back to its normal form. Thank you.
Thank you. I didn't know you would speak that fluently, but great.
I would like to add one more thing. We have water conservation, where like rainfalls, like we can save waters, like we say, our tanks. We can conserve water through tanks. Like we can conserve them in jerry cans, so that we can use for later use. And if you see like water running, we should conserve them by closing them off to save water.
Thank you. Thank you. It's 5:15, and I think that is. Yeah.
Jowinjo wate adhi tieko e gima watimo kae. An mana janyakach Kawasare.
In janyakawa.
Janyakach Kawasare.
Iluongo ni Nyakach Wasare kachacha. Ya machiegni gi tie nam kacha.
Kanyo.
Mi dhomo kizungu malich kama. An ba janyakach kamoro. Jakadianga kacha. Erokamano ahinya. Okay.
Jowinjo wate adwaro wachonu ni ma ok en gima tek, ma ok en gima duong' ahinya. Adwa wacha ni we are trying to advocate for climate change. Ma en gima waseneno wan kosebedo maduong' wadhi pitia impacts gi. Koro we are coming up with mitigation measures to prevent these climate impacts that may affect us in the near future. So I regard you to take a small step, because this is something that will happen, because the red line is just 4 years from now, and it is going to happen because these climate crises about rise in temperature, mainly in Kisumu, you'll hear about nasikia joto Kisumu, joto Kisumu iko mingi kushinda Eldoret. Just know this is just by the means of climate change, and we are trying to curb these concerns from people, and also reduce concerns from agriculture, whereby you will hear about it is March, yet we haven't harvested what we planted, and the rainfall patterns are changing. So we're trying to come up with mitigation measures to reduce these concerns. Japur mantie dala kanyo inya chopo e dwe mar adek mar higa tiwach ni koth pok ochopo mondi tima mondi pith. Koro adwa no wacho ni ma en mana climate change. Inya reduce mae kikao yen moro matin ipidhi, kisepidho mano ng'eni koth dhi biro, nikech school ipuonjowa ni trees act as attraction to rain, so they help in reducing the impacts of climate change. They help in curbing climate change. So just take a single step. We are trying to advocate for this issue, because we are going to inherit this earth. We are going to become future leaders who will take over this earth, because our mothers and our grandparents are gonna die, and then we are going to inherit the earth and live in it. So to prevent extinction of us as humans, because in some areas you realize that there are animals that are extinct, so possibly know that humans can also be extinct with the time, because there will be no sustainability. There will be no enough food for production while farmers are crying over crop production. There will be no enough water because of increased evaporation rate. So I regard this as a global crisis, and we're trying to come up with mitigation measures and advocate for climate measures and reduce these impacts to the near generations. Yeah, thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. Yes, continue.
Before we close, I'll just like to say, don't be traumatized with this issue. Just look on ways on how we can mitigate it. Kinyalo dogo chien tipani, if I cut down this tree, I'll cause a crisis to the environment. To ipidho moko kaka Castro kayo wacho, ka farmers if farmers want to, it's their time to plant, unyalo practice agroforestry, whereby you plant your crops together with trees, you would have helped in climate change mitigation a lot. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Before we end, you can see some messages from our Facebook page. Ryan Steve Ranginya Awachikanyani is saying congratulations to the young boys and girls. May they keep up with the environmental conservation for a better society. Betty Obiero Awachikanyani, she's saying thank you, Shali Akinyi Ochieng. This is someone, Betty Obiero.
Moses, yeah.
Oh, okay. Nicholas Ouko Yugi following. Still Betty Obiero, she's asking, she's got some question here. What is one example of an environmental initiative a company might undertake? Moses Agumba, I don't know. What is one example of an environmental initiative a company might undertake, maybe briefly? But then, how can companies demonstrate their commitment to the ESG practices? Shali, but it's fine. I hope maybe next time we'll have what? We'll talk much on the same. I can see time. Matter of time, we've got to end. And I thank you, and I thank you for taking your time to come share with us this for a better society as we take good care of our Mother Earth. It is our responsibility. Okay? Thank you. Thank you. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Erokamano ahinya jawinjona manone wantiere kanyo kod mineno mobet gi koni luongo ni Fidel Odipo mar Victoria Comprehensive School, Gift Pritni mar Aria Comprehensive School kod Shania Hassan